Welcome, everybody. You're watching Blue Cheese Podcast. My name is Jay Bird, and this is the Iceman, and this is episode 19. Iceman, how the hell are you, buddy?
Good, brother. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm feeling good, looking good, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be
Obviously.
in this day and age.
Yeah.
Gotta be in this day and age.
Did you watch the last week's UFC?
I watched little bits and parts of it. I didn't watch the entire thing. It was I know that went 7 for 8. Did you go? You went 7 for 8 on that,
7 for. Mm-hmm.
and that's on the ice
Lost
house.
on the main event on the female fight.
Well, that's why we don't bet females, homie. We don't bet.
Yeah,
No,
I
no
didn't
disrespect
bet
to
the
the
fight.
women fighters. No, you didn't bet it, did you?
No.
No. You don't bet that fight. No. But
It's
you went
it,
7 for 8, so you made a pretty penny. I know that, and hopefully, your followers made a little bit of money too.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So, like 7. So main reason I gave the prediction for that fight was because it was a main event. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give a prediction for it. It's the main event, whatever. I thought Holm won the fight.
So did a lot of other people.
It is, yeah.
But to go 7 for 7, and then the main event, which you didn't bet on because you're the Iceman and you know better than that. That's awesome. You went 7 for 7, man. That's
Yeah, that's
excellent.
crazy.
Yeah, that's excellent.
But yeah, not all weeks are gonna be like that.
Right, the week before was a little bit choppier, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the weird decisions and all this malarkey happening. So it's nice to come back to a nice rhythm. I always say Iceman is like on point right after he takes like a little bit of a loss, because then I don't know what happens for the next 3 PPVs, pay-per-views, PPVs, whatever you want to call them. He's on point with the sniper shots, and it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I telling you, these small cards that like no one watches, like no one takes. Those are the cards to bet on.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The numbers are the same, bro. Like the numbers are the same. Just because it's not Gaethje versus Poirier or McGregor versus Diaz 3 doesn't mean you can't make the same amount of money. If they put Joe Schmo against Michael Shipwreck, and Joe Schmo is minus 140, well, that's what that's what you're gonna get paid. It doesn't matter who's fighting. Exactly. It matters the money, the dollars. Right? So that's good. 7 for 7. That's hard to do. Moving up in the world. What is that mic stand that's taking up 30% of your screen? What is that?
Dude, it's a fucking boom arm.
Looks like a fucking paraplegic leg or some shit. Give it back to him, Iceman. Give it back to him. What are you doing? Some guy around here hobbling around.
Get a more low pro one.
It's just like free commercial for this road company, Rude. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's got
it won't. When I'm posting the video, you won't even see it.
Oh, it's going to be gone?
Yeah.
All right, good. That's good. So, yeah, the UFC, you did very good that one. Happy for you and everything. What else happened? The UFC. Oh, the worst decision. The worst female fight decision ever.
That's what they're saying. I thought it was a pretty bad decision. I had Holly Holm winning that fight.
But you didn't bet it.
No, I didn't bet it. But the problem is, even if it was a close fight, let's say you're fighting, right? And you won a close fight, but they gave it to the other person, you were robbed. And you're supposed to get double your money. In my opinion, you're robbed. That's like saying, hey, we lost 2-1. It was a close game, but they gave it to the other team. What do you mean?
Okay, so
you still won.
Like you came up with that stat that 95% of women's fights go the distance, right?
No, I never came up with that
stat. You didn't come up with it, but you told it to me. It's a statistic that I heard from you.
It's something in the 90s or something.
Yeah, in my head, you came up with it, but whatever. Yeah. You're responsible for bringing it to my attention. Yeah. Now, Holly Holm is the same person that took off Ronda Rousey's head off when she was, going snapping off arms and taking names, literally snapping off arms and breaking arms, and Holly Holm finished her. Like, why can't she just change her fight style? Umpteenth time kickboxing champion. She's a UFC champion, and you can't knock out, like, that should be your thing. That's why Chris Cyborg is where she is, and Amanda Nunes is where she is, because they knock people out. People want to see knockouts. That's what anybody wants to see, is fucking knockouts. You agree?
Thing is, Holly Holm's 40 years old now, right? When she fought Ronda Rousey, that was a long time ago. She's not in her early 30s anymore.
Take some EPO
right?
and steroids. What the fuck?
She looks like she's on some juice or something, but no, she's getting older, so she doesn't pack that same pop in her punch. And yeah, when she fought Ronda, it was different time and age. I think the fighters are a lot better now
So
than they were
her
back
game
then.
plan was literally go out there, take a 2-round lead, and then just jabbing, and hide behind my jab, and just do 25 minutes like it was a sparring session, but it's not. And that's
Dude,
your
there were
game
some
plan to
rounds.
go into a fucking fight.
There were some of those rounds where she was just holding Ketlin Vieira against the cage. Ketlin couldn't move, and she was just pinning her against the
That's
cage
still cage
for
control.
four
That's still
minutes.
control.
Yeah, and she would do that for 4 minutes. Ketlin would release, land a couple strikes, and like that's it. Round would end.
I can't believe you watched that fight.
Dude, I regret watching it, but I'll still
Excuse
tune in.
me.
I mean, it's still a fight.
It's
I
still a
like
fight,
watching
but
the
I mean,
fights.
would you watch like
Yeah,
two 13-year-olds fight? I wouldn't. Like,
I
know.
do for my job.
I'm not putting down women. I'm not putting down women's sport at all. I'm just saying
Mhm.
Chris Cyborg, Amanda Nunes, and then there's everybody else. And Ronda Rousey because she did it in spectacular fashion.
Shevchenko is the
Shevchenko,
girl right now.
yeah. Oh, I love Shevchenko actually. She's a
There,
buttery
dude.
little biscuit.
Shevchenko is a crazy. I like to bet Shevchenko. Problem is, she's always such a big favorite when she fights. So
minus
it's not even
400.
worth it.
Like, get out of here.
Yeah,
She's the Floyd
not even worth
Mayweather of
it.
that division. Didn't they build that division just for her?
For Ronda.
It was for Ronda. What is it? 135 or 145?
145 was more for Cyborg and Nunez and the bigger girls.
Okay, all right. Juliana Pena with the upset of the century. They say.
Yeah, I think she's gonna get KO'd in her next fight, though.
You think so? Huh?
I think so. I think she's gonna have a hard time in her next fight.
All right. Well, good shit. Good shit. You know what? You know what would be good is have that mic in there, and then right when I say it, you make it disappear. That's what you should do. Can you do that?
Maybe.
So I'm like, you got that big bionic. I don't want to lose that whole bionic leg joke. That's a good joke that made you laugh. And right when you say it'll be gone in production, boom, make it disappear. That would be fucking
no, it's
slick,
already gonna
bro.
be probably most of it cut out.
Oh, well,
Just from the way the screen is.
It is what it
But
is.
do you think the UFC should do high level grappling matches? I think they should.
No.
It doesn't have to be main event of the UFC, but
No.
maybe before some prelim fights. I'd be interested in that.
No, and I'm going to tell you why. I think that you
Okay.
need to leave enough room on the plate for other people to eat. You already got a stranglehold on the mixed martial arts. Everyone else is not even close. One ain't close. Bellator ain't close. There's no PFL ain't close. They go there to
No.
cherry pick the best fighters. UFC should just stick to what they're doing. They're worth $4.8 billion. They don't need no jiu-jitsu match. Leave that to one and leave that to Submission Underground, all these other things. I think that would be best. And I don't think a lot of UFC fans would watch just grappling. Like, you and I love grappling, but a lot of UFC fans are uneducated and they just don't want to watch this shit. Two guys rolling around. Oh, look, now his dick's in his face. Oh, my God. How embarrassing. They don't
want to
understand.
just see knockouts.
They just want to see knockouts or subs. And that's it. And they want to hear somebody say, fuck you, fucking you, the promos and everything. And, they want to tune in for the knockouts. What happened with with your boy Garry Tonon?
Yeah, man, Garry Tonon got choked out real bad against Ruotolo. I know I sent you the fight on. That was crazy, dude. I didn't. I thought Ruotolo might win that fight. Ruotolo's a monster. This kid's only like 19. I've been watching this kid since he was orange belt. Him and his twin brother. They were like 11, 12, competing on the scene, just crushing everybody. Now
Monsters.
they're like 19 monsters, and this guy just submitted Garry Tonon in 2 minutes. That's crazy.
And the generation after him will be even more crazy. You know what I mean? Like, think of all of the creative stuff that you could do on your computer, on YouTube, and they just take that to the mat. It's like they've been doing it so long, and it's embedded in their brain. They probably have pathways and transitions that we don't even think of that they just come up with on the spot. That's the benefit of getting your kid in jiu-jitsu early.
Garry Tonon won the last, or came second place in the last ADCC, and his gold medal match, he went the distance with JT Torres, who won gold medal in their division. And Ruotolo just went out there and submitted him in 2 minutes. Like, that kid might come for everybody the next ADCC. I'm very interested to see how he's going to do. That he's going to win gold medal one day in ADCC. You mark my words. That guy is on his way.
You heard it here first on Blue Cheese Podcast. Iceman
You heard it
laying
here.
down the gauntlet. So the last UFC card was shitty. You know what else is shitty? I've been sucked into this bullshit that is the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. And I'm not like some jamoke that sits on my couch and watches every minute. I watch the little highlights and I'm getting like a good grasp, the vision of what's going on. So if you don't know, Amber Heard wrote a article in a New York paper saying I lived with an abuser and this is my story. Johnny Depp is single-handedly ending the Me Too movement, and God bless him for it. He is. He's like, fuck. He's like, don't tell me what it's like to take a punch. Like, they got the recording and shit. She's like, I didn't punch you. He's like, don't tell me what it's like to be take a punch. You don't know. And you see how crazy this bitch is, man. She's all fucking nuts, and her lawyer team is incompetent, and I don't know why I'm getting sucked into it, but it's like such a guilty pleasure. It's fucked.
No, I don't think her lawyer team is incompetent. I think it's like poker. You got to do with the best, with what you got. You got to do the best with what you got, and I think they don't have much. I think they're in big trouble, and they know it. You can even, I watched some of that trial. Her lawyers were like,
Oh, dude, you got to watch you have to watch the little snippets that like some guy makes or whatever, and it's like 6 minutes long, but you get all the best bits. Like today, some guy.
That's what I've been watching.
Yeah, today some guy came on. He was like used to work for TMZ at the time of the incident or whatever. So they called him up, and he just like pie-faced Amber Heard's lawyer and just like woo. Like I don't remember the right vernacular. I'm not going to sit up here and talk lawyer to you, but like it's such a guilty pleasure to see an entitled little spoiled brat get what's coming to her. Oh yeah, Johnny Depp's an evil man. Well, apparently with all this evidence that's coming out, he's not an evil man, not at all.
No, you're the crazy one.
You're the crazy one. And you know what? I hope he gets his $15 million that he's seeking, because he lost the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. And that's a lot of fucking money, man. That's a lot of money.
Dude, you know what's funny is from the whole trial, they've had just funny snippets from like fucking that Mexican guy who was doing like
the Uber or whatever.
Yeah, this guy was driving around like doing like, oh man, smoking the vape like during like they're on the stand trial or whatever, like witness, dude. And then the whole like her taking a shit in his bed, that was hilarious. And then now the funniest thing right now is the whole $7 million, because she claimed, oh, Johnny Depp gave her $7 million, or sorry, he gave her, I don't know what it was,
3.5
million or 7 million.
Or something like that.
No, but she said she was going to donate the $7 million.
I pledged it.
So
and she would always look towards the jurors. I pledged it. And she'd go back and like, scene 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. And everybody can see through her. You know what it is? She thinks she's like, smarter than everybody in the she thinks she's smarter than the judge. She thinks she's smarter than the jury. She thinks she's smarter than the lawyers. She thinks she's smarter than Johnny. She thinks she's smarter than the viewers at home. She's probably gonna. Dude, she probably thinks that this is like this is good for my career. It's like, nah, bitch, your career's fucking over.
Dude, Love Life is fucking over. She compared mortgage payments to donation you do to a charity. Like, you're making mortgage payments. She's like, you don't buy a house out, you make payments. Like, wait, no, what? You're comparing mortgage payment? You're gonna pay monthly to this charity? I'm gonna give money, you donate some money. You know what I mean? That's how we all know how donations work. You're telling me you're making payments to the ACLU? Come on, give me a break.
So I say I'm gonna donate $7,000.
But Johnny sued me.
But Johnny sued me. But Johnny sued me, and it was his fault. It's like, nah,
dude,
you're not that good of an actress, sweetheart. Sorry.
And even if he sues her for $50 million, dude, he's not getting anything. You
Even if
know
he
that,
sues her for
right?
$50, the fact that he did it and this cancer culture bullshit is gone. Comedians can be comedians, and people can feel freely to speak how they want to speak, like God intended. This whole fucking bullshit of me dragging shit up that you did to me 15 years ago and now you lost your job is trash, utter garbage, and it's just
I
some
think if he
keyboard warrior
wins,
wants to have a little bit of power. That's what it is.
uh-huh.
You know,
If
he
he
has to
wins,
be.
he should sue the Pirates of the Caribbean, like Disney or whatever.
Fuck yeah, man. You don't want to like look at me and go ask me questions and this and that. No, okay, well then I'm taking you to court there, Disney, and whatever. I don't know if he will or not, but let's see how it's going. He's single-handedly killing the Me Too movement, and I'm watching it disintegrate in front of my eyes, and I love it. It's wonderful, and there's nothing more entertaining right now. You know.
No, that is pretty entertaining, and it's crazy. You're like watching a trial, and like this girl, like Johnny Depp's attorney, that Camille Vasquez girl's like becoming famous just from like doing
Oh,
her job as
she's.
a lawyer. It's
Do you know how
crazy.
smart Johnny Depp is? Okay, so like he gets this old white
Oh
guy,
no.
right? He gets this old white guy, and that's his main lawyer. And then he gets the you got to get a female. It's a fucking domestic case. You have to get a female, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was going to court for custody, I got a female lawyer. I got a male lawyer first, and I fired him. And then I went looking for a female lawyer. And what you want is the female. That's what you're looking for. Nobody's gonna listen to the old rich white guy about
Mm-hmm.
domestic disputes, right? So he's so smart, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if it was his call or his lawyer's call, it was the right call, and I
Dude,
applaud
I'm
you,
pretty sure
sir.
they got like teams of lawyers. There's like 4
Of
lawyers I'm
course,
seeing on each
but
side. Yeah,
she's
they
the
got a whole
one
team of
asking
them.
the questions. She's the one cross-examining the
Well, they all
witnesses,
are. I think they all are.
but she's doing the majority of the damage.
Yeah,
Like,
she's on
she's
point. That
doing.
that girl. But there's something you
Excuse me.
brought up to me, dude. It's crazy. I didn't even know. Like, it's
I don't know
tragic,
how you
dude.
didn't know.
Dude, I don't know. I think it's crazy. I guess I don't watch the news much these days, bro. I really don't.
Well, what the fuck is there to watch on the news? I mean,
I just
honestly,
watch fights and I'm training. Like
yeah.
it's
Like what you know.
everyday porrada.
So if you don't know what we're talking about the devastation that happened in Texas 2 or 3 days ago, where uh, mentally deranged guy went to I don't know, some sporting goods store, Walmart. I'm not sure on the exact details. I'm very broad stroking it. Went to Walmart or whatever store, bought 2 rifles, shot his grandmother, and then drove his car into an elementary school. And this piece of fucking garbage, this piece of shit, took away 19 children and 2 teachers. And this is just like the world is sick and the world is hurt right now. And people already are coming out. The gun sales are through the roof. Gun sales are through the roof at this point. You know, there's a couple
Mm-hmm.
theories on what you should do to combat this, the school shootings, because they're happening like 2 a month, which is just fucking retarded. So one of the theories I heard was Sean Hannity. He's a correspondent on Fox. I like to watch him sometimes just for tips
Mm-hmm.
on how to move the hands and whatever. So he said, you take the U.S. vets that have come back from Iraq, you place them in the school, only they're there with the fucking weapon, with a loaded gun. And if shit pops off, man, these guys will jump and just take care of it right then and there. And that will deter people from coming in being a school shooter. Now, people are saying, hippie people are saying, well, I don't want a guy with an armed gun at my school. Okay, but when school shooting happens, you call the police, right? And who are the police? Guys with fucking guns. So it's just a way to minimize the damage and get the fucking situation
You're
under
pretty much
control.
asking for security at all the schools, is what you're
And
saying.
I think that's it. And they would get paid. They don't have to pay no income tax. They don't have to pay no taxes. They get a little money or whatnot. Work something out with these
Mm-hmm.
guys, and it's a good way to use combat vets that really know their shit. Like, you can own a gun and pick up a gun and do this and that and blah, 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 blah. These fucking guys use their gun in the rain. They know what their gun can do. They know the range of the gun. They know how to speed load. They know how to unjam it. They know everything. And,
Problem is what I think is guns don't kill people. People kill people. Like the gun's not going to just grow legs and go walk and shoot someone. So I think the root of the problem is that you got crazy people like that are willing to go out. This guy kills his grandma. Like, this guy
Shot
lost
his
his
grandma,
mind,
didn't kill her apparently.
dude. And then he goes out, kills a bunch of kids. Like, there's something else going on. You need to address the mental health of some of these individuals, right?
Yes.
That's the root of the problem. Whether the kid wants to, if someone wants to do damage, bro, if someone can go take their car and drive at the nearest bus stop and start mowing people down.
They were. Didn't you hear the story like 3 months ago?
No, but you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Gun control is not going to stop a crazy person,
I
dude.
see what you're saying. You don't
Gun
need a gun
control
to
is not
inflict
gonna-
mass damage.
No, dude, a gun control. Biden's calling for gun control, dude. This guy was crazy, dude. There's no legal firearm owner who has his firearm in his safe with his ammo separated. Who's, come on, bro. This guy's a crazy person.
Yeah.
Now, should you be so easy to purchase a firearm? Maybe not. You should probably, go through some checks. You shouldn't just go to your local Walmart and being able to buy a gun.
Well, apparently there's checks, and as long as you don't have a criminal record, they're not impeding on the Second Amendment. And Biden said something that kind of stuck with me. Like, I'm always pro-gun. I like guns. You know that. I love my pistols, rifles, and all that stuff. I like it. But Biden did say something. He said, there's no need that you have a fucking assault rifle that shoots 30 bullets as fast as your finger can go unless you're trying to kill a human being. Right? And then I'm like, kind of makes sense. Yeah? You don't agree?
Yeah, but that's like saying I shouldn't be able to drive a semi truck because if I, run some people over, I can do a lot of damage.
But what was the gun made for? What's the intention of the gun's make? You're not shooting a deer 30 times with that rifle.
No,
There'll be no deer left.
I'm a gun advocate. So I'm totally against. I'm like pro Second Amendment.
Of course, anything, so am I. So am I. But I'm just saying he made a good point. Is all I'm saying. What was the gun's intention of when they were making this gun?
You don't need a 100-round drum on your AR just to go to the range. I know 100% what you're saying, but at the same time, if you do live like in the desert and you want to go let off 100 rounds, you should be able to.
Exactly. Me, I love guns. I would never turn that I have too much respect for that weapon. Unless you're breaking into my house or you're trying to harm me or someone I love, I'm never turning this damn gun on another human. No way. That's irresponsible. That's like having a pet shark and sticking your fucking hand in its mouth. Bad things are going to come of it. So, yeah, I love guns and everything, but let's just take it easy a little bit. Let's work on like you said, the mental health aspect of these people. And maybe the screening needs to be a little bit better. Maybe you need to wait 3 weeks before you can purchase any gun in the United States. Not like I want the gun now. Nah. There's a waiting period. You go through the thing, and it's a mandatory 3 week until you get your gun. You're still going to get your gun, but you got to wait 3 weeks. And that gun comes with a chip and a tracker, and it can fucking shut it off or whatever. There's ways around it.
I have a solution, I think.
I'd love to hear it.
You want to get your gun license? You got to pass this polygraph test. If you want to become a cop, if you want to become a cop, you have to pass a polygraph test. They're going to ask you questions, and if you pass, you get your gun. You get your gun license. If you don't, no gun license. And that's how it is with a cop. If you want to become a cop, you have to pass a polygraph. You
should take a fucking psych evaluation.
I think that's great. No. I like the polygraph because now you can't lie, or it's 99% accurate. So yeah, I like that way. Because I want to really know, is this person, because you at the end of the day, you interview someone once, you don't really know them. But I bet you when you polygraph someone, now you really start to see who they are. I bet you can really know someone a lot more. And I think if you're going to give someone a gun license, especially like maybe not a handgun license, like I think maybe if you're want to get a 100-round AR, maybe you got to pass a polygraph, or they're just got to ask you simple questions, Yeah, but I think it's an idea. That'll never happen. Obviously, never gonna happen. I'm just saying.
Hey, we're just throwing shit at the wall. I mean,
yeah, I'm just throwing shit at the door. I'm not saying it's gonna fix anything.
Blue Cheese Podcast,
because you see cops all the time doing crazy shit.
Yeah, our hearts go out to people affected by this. You don't even have to live in Texas to be affected by this. My heart was broken when I heard that news. Our world is sick, Ice, and our world is sick, and it's fucking crazy right now, and we need something to stabilize us. And I don't know what that is. And when you figure out what it is, you fucking give the bird a call. So
school shootings are becoming the norm that people aren't even surprised.
Yeah, and that's disgusting.
People aren't even, when you tell people, they're like, yeah, that's normal in America.
No, what? That's not normal. That's disgusting.
No, that's not normal, bro.
No, our hearts go out to all the family and people that were affected by this. This is just, So, on a somber note, we're going to end episode 19, Blue Cheese Podcast. I'm the Jaybird. He's the Iceman. Talk to you guys next time.